Down is on, correct? Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America. We welcome you from this magnificent space called the Muse Performance Space in the thriving metropolitan city of the Plains, Lafayette, Colorado. We first of all want to give a world-class round of thanks to Pete Lewis and Claire Church for making this magnificent space available and for making it user-friendly for the little roving gypsies, which we are. And this is a very unusual holiday season. This is a very unusual year. So we're going to play some very usual music in an unusual fashion. Tonight, this is the Purnell Steen Quintet. I am Purnell Steen. Read from your right to left, and we are the masked banditos. The one in the black mask over there with the, and guess what? He's got a microphone. That's the driver of the group, and that's Mr. Bill Larson on drums. He's the young lion. And then the one wearing the Clan McKinley mask, you know, that's Freddie Fedora himself. That's the wonderful, magnificent Mr. Ed Stephen. And then in the back, he's caressing that dark mahogany thing called a bass. He has been called, people at Dazzle have called him Mr. Biscuit. And also, I got an email from Germany. Somebody said, you got a bass player who's got the fastest fingers on the planet. This is Mr. Ron Bland. And the young gentleman between me and Clan McGregor over there, this is a wonderful, many of you don't know this, but this is a reunion because this is the one and only incomparable Von Regensberger, who launched his guitar career with Ed Stephen 35 years ago. So this is teacher and student, and I'm Purnell Steen, and this is the Purnell Steen Quartet. There's MJQ, and we're PSQ. Psk, psk. Yes, and if you don't know us, you will, because we want to bring you the sounds of 5 Points that I heard as a child. I'm a native Denverite, and tonight we want to send out a special love note to my centenarian cousin, the one and only Charlie Burrell, last living musician who played the Rossonian, first African-American in the world to break the color barrier in classical music in 1949 when he came to Denver. So without further ado, you know, last week I thought we were in Phoenix. And then guess what? We had this norther blow in, and we got this little winter wonderland, didn't we? So here we go. Yeah, so that's what you get for living in Colorado. Winter Wonderland, right? And you know, there was a gentleman whose name was J. Fred Coots, and he wrote some beautiful songs, one of which is That's All. And he, during World War II, the late 30s and 40s, you know, the world was in a very sad place then, as it kind of is today. So he had to do something to uplift the kids. So he put, you know, thinking cap on, and he came up with this little ditty here. And we're going to, what do we do for the intro? The last eight, yeah. And you'll recognize it, so we don't even have to identify it. Here we go. Two, one, two, three, four. Yeah. Come on, play, baby. Yeah. 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 Well, Santa's he's gonna land someplace, and it'll be right here at Muse. Once again, we are broadcasting to you from this wonderful, elegant Muse performance space right in lovely Lafayette, Colorado. And this is the wonderful, wonderful idea and consummate, really great effort by Pete Lewis and Claire Church. And we thank you, the community, for being supportive, because without you, this place would not be here. And this is a community effort, and this is all about community. This is what music is about. When I lived in Europe, we had a motto in the group with which I was performing, and it's Freundschaft durch Musik, which translates to friendship through music. And this is the international message we want to send to you. This next piece was written by a gentleman named Irving Berlin, and it was originally written for a movie entitled Holiday Inn. The titles got changed, and it starred Bing Crosby, Rosie Clooney, Van Johnson, and Vera Ellen, and the movie was retitled White Christmas. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to do a little funk samba Christmas for y'all, okay? Yeah, both. Here we go. So. Thank you. You always have to get that last word. Yes, indeedy. Well, you know what? We've got we've got chestnuts, and we're kind of doing that. Shall we invert the order? Do sleigh ride and then chestnuts? Okay. Yeah. One of the finest composers. In fact, he was known as the dean of Middle American composers. He and a gentleman who was also born in Peru, Indiana, were known as and Hoagie Carmichael were known as the three great Middle American composers. The gentleman in question is named Leroy Anderson, and Leroy Anderson wrote the Trumpeter's Lullaby, right, Pete? And he also wrote this great tune with Mitchell Parrish. And we're going to replicate. Who's got a neigh like the horse? Is anybody got a neigh like the horse? I guess so. It's on me. So that was my solo for the evening. My 8 seconds of fame. So anyway, we are going to do Sleigh Ride, but we're kind of going to put a little hitch in the get along there. And we got these little syncopated horses or whatever. And then we're just going to start the sleigh ride. Yeah. Yep, it's on you, Ed. Yeah. Well, I learned to say this. I'm going to mangle all of these languages, but first of all, I'd say, ich wünsche euch eine fröhliche Weihnachten, which means I wish you a Merry Christmas. So if I wish you a Merry Christmas und ein glückliches neues Jahr, which means a good New Year auf Deutsch. But you know what? We really just want you to have what? Just plain old simple Merry Christmas. Just have yourself a nice, merry little Christmas. I'm sorry? Oh, that's right. Duh. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Guess what? That's the one that I lost. It's not there. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Sorry. This, you know what? Old people should never get toys. No, no, no. Because we're geezers and anything electronic will go awry with us. Here's a tune that as I said last week, for those of you who have lived in Denver for a long time, I am very musically prejudiced because I am, and the band is dedicating this song tonight to the memory of one of the finest human beings, one of the most loving, loyal, and one of the most mellow human beings who went to eternity last Christmas morning in the personage of Ed Battle. So to Eddie, to Liz, and to Pat, this is for Ed Battle. And this is the wonderful song written by the Velvet Fog, Mel Torme. But we're going to do it a little different. We're going to put a little oomph on it. Watch the shoulders. Watch the shoulders. 7 minutes. So what do we want to? What do you want to do? We want to do silent, silent. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, oder? Sollen wir das gehen? Yeah, this will be I'm sorry, this will be the last. Because we got about 7. Okay, what? Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes. Yes, yeah. Thank you very much. Well, we do hope that you're enjoying this spin on Christmas music. The show is called Celebrating a Cool Yule 5 Points Style. And you know what? History was made 55 years ago, and it's hard to believe that it was that long ago. There was music which was written for an animated TV show, and the producers thought the show was going to be the biggest flop. So it was shopped around to various studios. I think MGM had a hand in it, David O. Selznick, et cetera, et cetera. And there was music written for a piece called A Charlie Brown's Christmas. And here's a song which has been immortalized and immortalized. And I believe this is the quintessential children's Christmas song, and it's simply Christmas Time is Here. Yes. Okay. Oh, and tell them we're not going to do. We're going to do the harmonic, chromatic pattern. We're staying in 3 yet. We're not going to do that. Okay. Thank you. We have a very animated, select, wonderful in-house audience, and then we have you, whom we really can't see. You can see us, but we hope that we are in your hearts. There is a piece of music which is very, very dear to my heart. It was written in 1818 in the suburb of Salzburg. It is Oberndorf by Salzburg. Um, I had the consummate pleasure of studying at the Mozarteum in Salzburg in 1968. And on Christmas Eve of 1968, I was in the United States Army. I was in the Weltbekannten 7. Army Soldatenkorps, which translates to the world-famous 7th Army Soldiers Chorus from Heidelberg. And we did a Christmas border tour, and we toured all 113 miles of the German, West German, East German border. And we ended up at Camp Gates, which was a very remote outpost. And the post, literally, the command headquarters was about the size of this building, if you're familiar with the space where Muse is located. And we started singing Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, which is Silent Night, Holy Night. And there were 28 of us in the chorus, and right across about 15 feet from where we were was the barbed wire, no man's land. So we started singing Heilige, Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, and from across no man's land, from the other side, there was the answer by the East German soldiers who were there. And I never shall forget, it's been a long time ago, but it was a beautiful, starry night, not a cloud in the sky, and the earth was blanketed in snow. And we ended our tour there at Camp Gates, and I went on to Obernsdorf and went to the little church where Father Franz Gruber composed this piece of music in 1818, because the organ, from what I've read, the organ was broken, and the Kapellmeister, who was the choir master, wanted a piece of music. And so Father Joseph Mohr wrote the poem, and Father Franz Gruber had his guitar. And they still have his guitar behind the glass, and there's a shrine built to Father Franz Gruber, who composed probably the most endearing, beautiful Christmas song. And what we did, this is a collaborative arrangement between Ed Stephen, von Regensberger. Actually, the whole band had a hand in doing this. And so, you know what, because this is jazz and I can do this because these world-class instrumentalists are here, I want to hear the strains of the guitar first, please. You two can start it. Mm-hmm. Eine fröhliche Weihnachten, enjoy Noel, and Feliz Navidad. Or from, just plain home folks, we certainly wish you a Merry Christmas. Let's pray for peace and health and a restoration, because we know that America, the United States of America, is the greatest country in the world, because we are what we are, because of whom we are, and because we are really a great, wonderful, big stew. Every ingredient is important. And as Duke Ellington was wont to say, we love you madly, and you know what? There's nothing you can do about it. There really isn't. So from Bill Larson, Ed Stephen, Ron Bland, Von Regensberger, the other two members of this group, Derek Bannock, Carlos Chavez, Myra Warren, and to all of you, wherever you are, as, what was his name? Jimmy would, Randy used to say, good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are, whomever you are, we don't care. We love you madly. God bless you and keep you. And thank you once again. Keep jazz alive. It is the only art form created in the Western Hemisphere. It is ours. We inherited it. We invented it. We created it, and it's the greatest cultural export the United States of America has ever seen. So help keep this wonderful, wonderful venue alive. It is through a great concerted community effort that places such as this, such as Dazzle, such as others which are out here stepping out on true faith to keep this music coming to you. We unfortunately lost one of the greatest monuments in the personage of the Peck as we know it, or El Chapultepec. Let's keep Muse alive for 3 or 4 more generations. God bless you and keep you. Good night. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.